I'm just outside Mullingar District Court. They have the Circuit Court here for Westmeath as well. I want to show you the legislation that's going to empower the citizens of Ireland in taking on this corruption at ground level in their district court. So the Petty Sessions Ireland Act 1851, along with the Courts of Justice Act 1924, the Criminal Law Act 1997 and the Criminal Justice Act 2006 will provide the citizens of Ireland with citizens' arrests, summonses and arrest warrants for state employees who contravene the following acts. So the Ministers and Secretaries Act 1924 concerns members of our government and their legal representation. That includes the Attorney General's Office. The Public Service Management Act is for government departments. That's predominantly towards the Secretary Generals and those who work underneath them. The Court Services Act 1998 is for the court services employees who manage the district courts, circuit courts, High Court, Court of Appeal and Supreme Courts. They're not immune from committing offences. The Local Government Act is for anyone that works in the local authority, county councils. The Garda Síochána Act is for Garda members. So when a state employee fails in their statutory duty, they commit a criminal act. And we can identify these violations in the following laws. So the first one is the Criminal Justice Public Order Act. That covers many offences that could be committed by a state employee. Threatening, abusive, insulting behaviour and trespass. There's a whole load of sections in there that if anyone that works for the government, anyone that works for the government, the guards, the court services and the likes, if they fail in their statutory duty, we have to identify what sections of law they've contravened in the Criminal Justice and Public Order Act 1994. The Non-Fatal Offences Against the Person Act covers threatening to assault somebody. So you don't have to physically assault somebody. If a guard threatens to move you away from an area, if you're peacefully protesting, that can be considered a Section 2 violation of that act. This act also provides for false imprisonment, where a guard or anyone in our state will detain your person, whether it's confining you to an area, detaining your person, imprisoning you. Anything that restricts your physical movement is a violation of Section 15. Coercion is covered, intimidation is covered. So we have to align the actions of the state employees with the violations. Okay. The Criminal Justice Theft and Fraud Offences Act 2001 is a fantastic act to protect us from fraudulent behaviour and deceivement by state employees when they fail in their duty to provide the citizens of Ireland with their constitutional rights. We have to identify how they deceived us, and we have to exhibit it in a court. And when they don't provide us with our constitutional rights, they inherently breach this act in the first instance. The Criminal Justice Corruption Offences Act 2018 is one of the most powerful acts we have in the country that is never used on Garda Síochána, the DPP or the Attorney General or the Chief State Solicitor's Office. This act is aimed at office holders. You never see it being exercised. They're constantly out on the road exercising the Road Traffic Act, the Misuse of Drugs Act. They're exercising so many laws against the general public that they're not even exercising the Criminal Justice Act. The Criminal Justice Corruption Offences Act 2018. The next one is the Criminal Justice Perjury and Related Offences Act 2021. This act covers any guard who may go into a court and give false information to a judge to have a search warrant issued, or any state employee that's in the courts giving information that's proven to be false, whether it's on affidavit or in statement form. Any lie that's been used by a state employee, this Perjury and Related Offences Act will cover. There's an act I left out here. It's the Ethics in Public Office Act 1995. This act provides for a 3-year custodial sentence and I think it's a €30,000 fine for anyone that works for the state who breaches ethics laws. Okay, so we're well protected people. And we need to get into our district courts and exercise our rights. We need to go to peace commissioners, there's 6,000 of them around Ireland, and have summonses issued and start prosecuting these state employees. It's the only way we can correct this wrong, through the judicial organ of the state. The executive arm of the state, which includes the guards, the court services, the DPP and the Attorney General's office, have forsaken the people of Ireland. They're not holding themselves accountable. The legislative, which includes the Oireachtas, the two houses, the Seanad and the Dáil, and the President's office, they have forsaken their duties. They are not creating laws that protect the people. They're actually creating laws that undermine the people. So we only have one organ left of the state to exhaust, and that is the judicial organ. And that can be exhausted here in our district court, our circuit courts, our high courts. And if we don't start taking account of our own country and the actors that we employ to provide us with our constitutional rights, then we will not have a country left. I think within 5-10 years we won't be able to say anything at all. We're going down that road of these individuals that are working for the state taking it upon themselves to enforce laws on us which are vexatious, they're malicious prosecutions, they are frivolous actions taken in the district court. 500,000 every year is prosecuted in the district court. We're the most highly prosecuted people in Europe. We're 2.5 times the EU average, and we create 10 times more legislation per capita than our nearest neighbour in the UK. So Irish people, citizens, people living in Ireland, need to start exercising our rights, and we can do it right here in your local district court. There's nearly 100 of them spread across Ireland. It's time to act.